Boobs and asses. That is what you get when you watch High School DxD Season 1 and Season 2. I think that's an appropriate way to start off this review of Season 1 and 2. So, I finally just finished Season 2. I just finished it about probably 30 minutes to an hour ago. That's probably how long it's been since I finished Season 2. And it's been a long time coming. All of you know that I've been watching High School DxD. It wasn't on my top of priority to watch, but I was watching it, and I did promise I was going to review it. And since, Chibi sent me the BDs, of course I was going to review it. So, right now, at this moment, I have not seen any of Season 3, so I don't know what is going on with Season 3, so I'm just going to clarify that right now. So this is just going to pertain to the content of Season 1 and Season 2 of High School DxD. Now, when it comes to this series, okay, it's a fan service series. It is a fan service series, and it is a harem series. Usually, when it comes to this type of anime, to be honest with all of you, I drop them. That is majority of what I do when it comes to series, because I have watched quite a bit of harems and ecchi fan service anime. I've seen a lot of them. And so, usually, they're always the same. But when it comes to High School DxD, I do have to admit, for one thing, it knows it's a fan service, and it knows it's stupid, and it knows it doesn't need to have, I guess, the best plot of all time. But I feel like that is where High School DxD shines as a series. Now, to be real as a reviewer, to be critical with this series, it is nothing I could say that is a 10 out of 10, or let alone even an 8 out of 10. I'm going to be honest. But does that make it bad? No. There is some series you can label as guilty pleasure. And that is clearly what this series is. It knows it's dumb, it knows it's stupid, it knows it's fan service, and it uses that to progress its series. And I'm not joking. The actual fan service in High School DxD progresses the plot. And that is amusing. Very amusing, because it's rare to see actual fan service be the motivation of a character to take down the main villain of Season 2 or Season 1. That is very ironic, funny, and just fucked up on so many different levels, because, let's put this into perspective, okay? When we think about motivation of characters in shonen, seinen, whatever, any literature, when you think of motivation, a character usually thinks of either A, revenge, or, they want to, protect their family and friends, different things like that, just different motivations, or, you want to be the very best, or you want to be the Pokemon master, different things, Pirate King, Wizard King. Well, our main male character, he doesn't want none of that. He wants to be the Harem King, and that is very amusing, just to see that. But what's even more amusing than that is how he uses this motivation of his perverted nature to beat his enemies. Like the final episode of Season 2, he beats the main antagonist of Season 2 by being upset because his president Rios's breast is going to shrink in size. He was fucked up and, angry. He was pissed. And he wanted to beat the shit out of the dude, the Vanishing Dragon, because his president was gonna lose her breast size. That was his motivation. I'm not joking. I'm not fucking joking. I'm questioning my faith right now in anime, but I'm not joking. I'm really not joking. So, besides, seeming like I'm putting this series down, as I've said, it's a guilty pleasure series that knows it's a fan service series, and it doesn't take itself so serious. But it's not very modest of a series, because the amount of uncensored tits is just unfathomable. I can't even imagine just how censored the TV version of this series is. Probably every minute, or less, maybe, depending, there is always some form of nipples on the screen, or pantsuit shot. Almost as bad as To Love Ru, but yeah. The thing is, okay, the amount of fan service to some could be very bad, or a turnoff to a lot of people, because there's sometimes when you're watching a series, you like fan service, but too much of fan service can kill you. Too much of anything can kill your love for something or make you detest it. But does High School DxD do that? That is to be said. That comes down to personal taste or opinion or your viewpoint on a specific series. And I don't feel like I could be a proper judge when it comes to something like that of this series. But I can say this. When it came to certain specific scenes of motivation and, characters, or our main character wanting to beat the enemy because of fan service reasons, I can't help but actually laugh and enjoy those segments of the anime. I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy the series. I can't deny that. As I've said, I will not lie to you about how I feel about certain things. I can't deny that I did enjoy watching the series, and it definitely falls into the category of a guilty pleasure. It does. It's definitely not a series I can take seriously, like, really invest, serious theory crafting time into, because it's a type of series that it's there just to be entertained, and that's what it is. And I feel like that is the main point I wanted to express. I don't feel like anyone should really take this series too serious. You should just enjoy it. But I probably would not like the TV version of this series. Like I said, the amount of uncensored breast in this series is just... I've never seen that much. I've never, through my entire time of watching anime or reading manga, besides Berserk being fucked up, I don't think I've ever seen that amount of fan service, uncensored fan service in an anime. And I don't think I have. The only anime I can think of that's like that is Elven Lied, but even then, it's kind of tame compared to what this series did. So, I don't even want to imagine how the TV version of this series was. It was probably terrible. It probably was, because I can already imagine the beams of light and the fog effects in the middle of day. Just, I can already imagine that right now. I don't even want to imagine what Season 3 of DxD is. I don't even want to imagine how it looks right now in the TV version that's currently coming out, because probably so much censors. But regardless of that, it is definitely worth picking up the BD and DVD. I mean, if you're a type of person that doesn't like censors, and you want to see everything, and you don't like the teasing of how fan service usually do, like, how majority of fan service, they, make you buy the DVD or BD to get the uncensored version, but it's not really much, they don't show anything at all. Well, DxD rewards you for buying the BD DVD. That's exactly what it does. And that in and of itself, I like that. I like how DxD actually gives you something really good in return. I mean, if you sit for the TV version or you want to support the series, it actually gives you something in return. Because usually fan service anime are trolls. They're fucking trolls, and they don't really give you much in return. They still censor everything, even when they uncensor it. So, yeah. Getting back on point, though. The main plot of DxD, I could say, is about pretty much devils, fallen angels, and angels fighting each other. But throughout Season 2, you kind of find out more about the plot that God is dead, and pretty much Lucifer is dead, or Satan is dead. And that is very interesting, a fascinating premise to the series, and it definitely made me a little bit more invested when I was watching Season 2. Like, when I started Season 2 and I got to that point where it revealed God was dead, I was like, holy shit, like, holy fuck. It's just like, it was crazy, because that was a plot twist. But when it does come to the plot of the series, it is pretty decent. I mean, for a fan service anime, pretty fucking decent. I mean, it can be better, but when it comes to fan service, it's decent. It actually does have a decent-ass story, which is shocking. It's really shocking to see the story actually be entertaining and slightly good. The premise of it's good. And here's the question I know some are going to ask. If the fan service was gone, would the series be better? I don't know. I don't know about that. Because the series is built upon fan service. Like, the foundation of the series is fan service, along with the motivation of the character. So, I don't know. If the fan service was gone, and the premise of it was still there, it would depend. But, I mean, I can't imagine DxD without fan service after watching Season 1 and Season 2. But the story is good. It's definitely one of the best one of the best I've seen when it comes to story-wise for harems. I'm not saying in general of all time, I'm just saying in ecchi fan service harems, an anime equivalent. It's one of the best I've seen. So that's praise. That's definitely praise for it. Now, the question is here to left to be said. Would I recommend DxD? Would I recommend this series? Would I recommend you Chibits to watch this? If you like fan service, if you like stories don't take itself too seriously, and you do like, you know, uncensored tits, you're gonna like it. Yeah, I know for a fact. You'll fucking love it. You will. But if you are easily turned off by excessive amount of fan service, or you want something very, very, very different, like very different, you definitely should most likely avoid the series if you don't like those type of elements. But, as I said, if you want to give it a shot, you should give it a shot. At the very least, give the BD DVD a shot. Okay? That's all I could recommend. I wouldn't recommend watching the TV version. I wouldn't, because I couldn't watch this series in TV version. I wouldn't. Oh, shit. I would drop it as the speed a lot, because the censors would be terrible. So, yeah. Anyways, that is my thoughts. Animation quality, very good. Series, would recommend. And personally, would I rewatch it again? From what I know. At the point of time, right at this moment, I'm on the fence. Because the build-up of Season 2's ending conclusion was pretty damn good. Like, I like the ending conclusion of Season 2, and it makes me want to start Season 3 tonight. It really does. Because the build-up with the Vanishing Dragon and the Red Dragon, I like that shit. I really like that shit. That was really cool. But, like I said, I'm on the fence. I'll have to see Season 3 till I give my real thoughts on that subject. But for now, I'm rolling with it. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it. And definitely, if you want to watch a fan service, and if you've yet to ever step into the territory of DxD, go give it a shot. So that's it. That's my thoughts. I bet you all did not expect that type of passive review on this series. I know a lot of Chibits know my history with fan service harems, and I'm not usually a big fan. And I would say if I wasn't sent these BDs, I probably would never start the series. I want to be honest. I wouldn't have started the series, or even give it a shot, if it wasn't for someone sending these. So, for the Chibit that sent these, I'm thankful that you sent them, but if I didn't get sent these, I wouldn't have reviewed this. I would probably never have started this. So, just food for thought there. But I did enjoy my time with it. What would I rate the series personally as a critical reviewer? Story-wise, I would say a 7 out of 10. But factoring in everything, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. But that doesn't mean it's bad. That does not mean it's bad. That's me just being critical. Personal entertainment, though, very high. It was very entertaining. But being critical, 6 out of 10. So tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.